We will get started. Varuni can start the prayer.
Hari Sarvottama Vayajiyottama.
Hari
Hari
Sarvottama
Vayajiyottama.
Shrimanbhamate Hari
Paratarah Satyam Jagat Tattvato
Sriman
Sriman
Madhwa Mate Hari Parataraha Satyam Jagat Tattvato
Binna Jivagam
Pinna
Vinna Jivagana
Jivagana Hare Rankara Nichotya Bhavangata
Mukte Naija Sukha Bhutiramala Bhaktishcha Sadhanam
Mukti Naija Sukhanubhuti
Ramala
Ramala Bhakti Sadhanam
Sadhanam
Heksharitrayam Pramanakhila Anahikavedyo Harihi
Yakshaditayam Pramana Aiko Hari.
Hari Sarvottama Vayajiyottama.
Hari Sarvottama Vaidivottam.
Sri Guru Brahma Hari Om. Today we are going to discuss on one of the most important topic, which is very need of the hour for our Madhva Samudaya at least. So the question comes here like, why do we need to attend Aaradhana or Jayantis? Means if we don't attend, what is the need of Aaradhana or Jayantis? So that is the question. Typically, these questions come in the minds of many people. And after COVID, most of us are switching to a virtual stuff where we'll just wait for um, online to come. Once it's live, we just watch live. Even sometime being in the same city, we join live only. We don't even go there and then attend. So just briefly, we'll do Chintana on this today in our Bauddhik, and then maybe others can also give their feedback or their thoughts around this. Um, so let me go to the next slide. Um, so the what are the top questions that that arise, especially with the new generations coming in, and the generation is moving very fast and changing very rapidly. They have different type of questions than what questions we used to ask, our ancestors used to ask. Sometime even we were not bothered to understand what the significance of something to do, because we are happy to join anything that is happening around our society. So now the question comes like, why we should attend Aradhana, as we don't want to waste time on waiting in queues or food, etc. Like if you want to see Abhisheka, there is a queue. If you want to see the Arati, there is a queue. If you want to go for food, there is a queue. So all it is like just you struggling through in the middle of the people, and then it doesn't make sense for us. Like, why to waste time? Rather we spend time at home, or we do some study, or we watch cricket or any other things, is something which comes obvious. And second thing is like, why we are not great fan of mata or temple food also. Sometimes it happens that as a parents, we may motivate them saying that, hey, at least come for food. It's good. And most of us are going, instead of we cooking for you, you also accompany us, or maybe even you can come at the time of food. So that question also comes up. But during that time, what happens is the smart kids would really reply saying that, okay, I don't really like the food at temple. Rather, I will order the food, or you prepare something and keep it. I'm happy with that. So those kind of things also come. And no one will give us any chance to participate. Some people would say, hey, there are only set of people who take a stage or who take everything, and then we are like just left behind and we don't have really any role to play. Sometime a question in our life come often, right? Wherever we, whatever we do, a common question that comes to anybody is, what is in it for me? If nothing, then why I have to be there, or why I have to spend time, or why I have to do something there? So this question comes very rapidly to our mind when our own people ask for something. But sometimes this question doesn't come if we are spending time on somewhere else. So this question also is obviously coming. Then, by the way, Aaradhana and Jayantis are like meaningless as we are not doing in right ways. Some people would give very conclusive statement that, okay, hey, they are like meaningless. Something they might have done in the past which was relevant that time, but
Your
now it's
voice is
not
breaking.
relevant. You are able to hear me? You can hear, right?
Yes, no.
Yeah. So sometime it was very relevant earlier, now it's not relevant. So why unnecessarily we have to do these things? Why it is needed also is the question that people would raise. And then only specific people will be taken care and others will be neglected. So why to waste time is another thing. Like even though we don't have any thing to perform there, like say I don't want to serve food or I don't want to volunteer myself or anything like that, but still the question may come to me is like, okay, nobody will really care there. Like why I should just go? Who will watch me if I go? And last but not least, we have live coming on the YouTube. So why we have to really spend time on going there and all those things. So anything that we have traditionally seen, right? Maybe we need to really spend some time on understanding what was the thought behind earlier and why these things are being done in the past. Because even they would have had time constraints, right? Nobody had time to leisurely spend on something anywhere. Even that time preparing food on the charcoal or prepare going to like a pond or river to bring water, so many things where physically you have to do with a long period of time than what we do in a very shortcut time in today's world. So let us understand some background and draw some kind of parallels that we see in our society as well. So usually these are like auspicious days. Recently only we had Raghavendra Swamiji Aaradhana, and it was auspicious day for us. So entire Madhwa community was doing Aaradhana all over places, and there was no place where I think there was no Aaradhana done. So this is a divine day on which the deity or guru would bless irrespective of the karmas that we have. Like we are like we are the people who might be doing at a different wavelength of sins in our life, but the deity during that time come just for blessing us. So that's the important thing on that divine day. Then these days occur for the welfare of the society. Hence, specific communities usually celebrate them without failure, like localities. For example, if you are from a particular village and there's a village Aradhana festival, if there is a Brindavana, so it is for the society, it's welfare for the society. So they usually do that with all devotion. And then the way how ancestors bless during Sadha. Sadha is one of the important day that we celebrate at our homes, right? We do it. Sadhya karoti ti Sadha. Means with lot of Sadha Bhakti only we have to do that work. And that is called as Sadha. So what is the significance of Sadha? Here we are trying to draw some parallel. So Sadha means we believe that our ancestors will come, they will bless us during that time. Hence, we should not have quarrel on that day. We should not have indiscipline on that day. We should not demotivate the archaka or the person who priest who comes to home to perform the sadha karma for us. So, and we should feed them whatever they like than what we have extra in our home as a preparation, right? So why we do this? Because there is a belief or there is a understanding that they visit and they bless us, and especially they are coming to bless our own family. It's a family stuff, and the Aradhana and Jayantis are like social stuff, like where it expands beyond our family. It covers majority of the families of the society. So hence we have to draw some parallel here, which is unavoidable. And by the way, Sadha is done in most different ways in Jain community as well, where they really feel that within one of their family member, the ancestor will come and then try talking about what is the next thing that they have to do as a generation, which is very awesome to even think, right, at this particular time period where we don't have anybody to guide. So then imagine what could be the deity or gurus that will be doing. And then presence itself will wash away sins and accumulate more blessing. They say, right? Aaradhana and all these Jayantis, etc., will give you a lot of punya. It will erase our papas and all those kind of things, right? That obviously is there. Society upliftment is a significant motive of this. These Jayanti Aaradhana are not just done for family, as we said in the Shraddha, right? They are done for the welfare of the society. And it's a significant for a society to be engaged into this kind of stuff, rather than few people going there and performing. And see the beauty of it, how our ancestors did it in much different ways. When you put these premises of understanding as a background of why these events are done, and now the question comes, what happens if someone is not able to make to the event? If somebody is like not keeping well on that day, if somebody is at home only because of certain reasons, they can't make to a place where exactly the event is happening. Now, that's where like you see Rathotsava and then there is a Grama Pradakshina. Many of these events just get added where the deity will be moving around all the area of the society and then blessing them wherever they are. So such a noble thinking and such a noble way of getting the society blessed at one shot, at one event, is so meaningful and so beautiful to understand. If we draw a parallel of all these points with anything like, okay, a PM is visiting our place, or a film actor is visiting our place, or a cricketer or sports star is visiting our place, maybe we can add all these points and then explain back what people normally feel as a benefit to themselves. But the same points can apply, means more meaningful for all these events that we are doing today. And then unity with diversity and time to do the best sadhana is one of the option every year, or twice in a year or thrice in a year, comes according to their localized events. So which is very important for us to do sadhana along with other people who are doing. And then it is the unity in diversity. Nobody is expecting there every to be same. First of all, in Madhwa Tattvas, we don't believe that everybody is same. We believe in Jiva Jiva Bheda and their Karma Bheda. Everything is different. So with that diversity, we come together and do some sadhana. And at the same time, if you also see, people who have unique talents will join different groups to do their own sadhana in different ways. This is the background to know. And then once we know the background, right? Now let us see. Okay. What has 1 second. Okay. So what has really changed so far, right? So one thing that has obviously changed is there are more events and more things that we are attending today. Um, and these events are not becoming any special to us in general like that. For example, we can travel to any distance and then attend event as many times as possible. We just drive a car in the morning, 4 a.m. and then reach the place and do it and then come back in the same day in the night and then go for another activity next day. So there are more and more events that are happening, because of which many people are missing the Aaradhana or Jayantis today. That's one thing that has changed drastically today. And second is people are trying to get out of their own localities and getting into other areas of Aaradhana. Sometime we are a locality of certain area, like we used to have our own agraharas in different villages and cities. Now we have moved out of that and we are trying to be everywhere, because of which the importance that localite will give to that particular aradhana versus somebody giving is little bit different. The way how they look at it is also different. The way how they participate is also different. Sometimes they enforce their outside in perspective, which may not be working out well in the localities. So that is another thing that has changed. Travel, eating preferences, and comfort as a preference are taking more importance than the motive to be a sadhana or earning punya at one shot. right? So we are giving more importance to what is available there, what all the comfort we can get, all those things. Obviously, for people who have health issues or kids, etc., is needed, but for not for in general. Food programs and schedules all are being changed in definition. Lot of changes we have done in terms of the food, organizing the programs or scheduling events or the time delays. Many aspects, if you see, there are a lot of things have changed. And we have added many of the things which doesn't give us a devotion. We have added many things which doesn't give us a well-wishing for the society. It's like just spending some time relaxing or rejuvenating, dancing. Many of these events are getting added. So here, one thing we need to remember is we have some definition of what to be done of our own, and it has been given in Puranas, Shastras, and everything. But today we are not able to read about them, not able to adopt them much. But we are moving ahead with what is being visible outside as a very fancy stuff. For example, bringing a big a dancing group from somewhere else who are very popular on TVs or medias, and then everybody dancing according to their will and wish in front of them. This doesn't give us a devotion. This doesn't give us a motivation towards what we want to do as a sadhana. So, because the purpose is different, but these events are adding more and more, because of which all other focused events on the community or society are reducing. Still, you look at Rathotsava, Balram, Krishna Balram Rathotsava that is being carried out by ISKCON. There is no intrusion of any of these kind of events in their Rathotsavas. They purely do very spiritual Rathotsava on roads where everybody will be just saying Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, and then clapping on their hands or folding their hands upwards on the sky, and then trying to devote as much time as possible towards Lord Krishna than doing something else. So these are something which are very drastically have changed. Apart from that, a lot of things like decorations and then music, many different things that we are adding have made little bit of changes to this. I'm just giving subset of things, not covering every aspect. Just generally what is being understood by people is been given here. Now, the question comes with all these things, why we should again attend the Aradhana, why there is a, why we say so much that, hey, we have to attend Aradhanas or Jayantis, right? So here is the very important thing. Whether you are modern or you are traditional, in our chintana or in our opinion today, is that you must attend. Even if someone completely ignores you, insults you, still you have to attend these aradhanas and aradhanas, because they give very large amount of punya which you will not get by yourself if you are performing lot of activities on your own. When society itself gets benefit as a mass, why not attend is the second benefit. That time the deity or the gurus will bless us irrespective of what we have been doing today, what we have been doing yesterday. They bless us for what best we can do for tomorrow, which is very important for us. They will bless our next generation. They will bless our society for next directions. So these are the very important things where we must attend these events. When we go to such events, why not keep aside gadgets, live cricket that is happening if it is, just to earn punya? This is something which we have to definitely do. Otherwise, we will be the reason for change that we saw in the last slide. Even if we have very important thing that is going on, let us devote our time for doing this particular event in more traditional and more spiritual way than what we can do in other side. Because yad bhavam tad bhavati. Dancing in front of a dolak is bad or not? It may be good also, but unless our bhavana is very good, that our bhavana is that, hey, this is a spiritual event. Here the Guru has come. Guru is blessing us, or our Lord is blessing us. If it is a Jayanti or something for Lord, right? Lord is blessing us. And He is going to take care of our all issues. He is going to take care of our next generation. He is going to unite all of us. He is going to make us more powerful in coming days. If we have such chintana, right, then tad bhavati. The same thing will be as a return. Second thing is why we should not do other unwanted stuff is Anyakshetre Krutam Papam Punyakshetre Vinashyati. If we go to Punyakshetra or Punyakarya, Anyakshetra, whatever we have done in the past, we can get rid of that. But if Punyakshetra Krutam Papam Vajjalepo Bhavishyati. If you go and do something bad there, it becomes Vajjalepo Bhavati. If somebody insult you, I said why we should not curse them or why should not leave that premise. Still we should do our sadhana because hating someone is a papa karma. If we do that, it becomes Vajralepo Bhavati. We should not do that. Ridiculing someone, insulting someone, or talking negative about somebody, talking about some serial or some movie or something. These are all like things which will make that our papa will become Vajralepo Bhavati. Hence, probably by attending, we are earning more papa today than even not attending. But that should not demotivate us that we should not attend. The rules, if we follow, we are going to get lot of benefits today than in the past. So then one should attend irrespective of whether they are being cared, their preference to only few, or food is not that great, or any of those conditions. Unconditionally, we have to attend because this is the punya that comes to us, to the next generation, and to entire society. Hence, we should never miss such events that are happening in this particular world. And only specially we have been blessed. Tatrapi Janma Shatakotishu Madhvaratvam, right? We are been so blessed that we have such a powerful tradition, such a powerful saints in the past, such a powerful saints we still see today in front of our eyes, and we have been part of blessings of those saints directly. We should not miss attending these activities, and we should make these activities are as our sadhana part. We should make these activities are as our punya earning opportunities, and we should not miss it. And we should take definitely our next generation to all these events, irrespective whether they like or they don't like. From childhood itself, we have to give this particular attention to them so that they will not feel uncomfortable if they go to these events. We are as a parents, we as a adults, we are making them very uncomfortable by choosing lot of comfort stuff while doing these events. So let us not do that. Let them be very uncomfortable. They still earn punya. That's the whole stuff. And then give them very right teaching, like what exactly they have to do. Even if they don't like to sit for pravachana, if they don't want to sit for say Sangita Karakrama or any of the things, right? Let them be alone in that particular kshetra. That itself will give them punya. But let them not do bad things because it will be Vajralepo Bhavati. So with that thought, let us conclude this chintana. And as we say, this is a chintana, what we think and we have been presenting. Others can like provide their points or their experience or anything that is useful for our next generations. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu.
Maybe one or two points if anybody want to add to this. Yatirth, Puja, Sir, Manjan, Anand, if you want to add this. Avinash.
Namaskara. For each of these events, also especially if we have to tell the children, so as per their age group, provide them historical perspective. So that comes again as per age, we can divide it at like Adi Daivik, Adi Bhautik, and Adhyatmik. So if the children are small, so provide them Adi Bhautik at the Bhautik level. You provide them its significance because they can at that age they can only see the Bhautik part, understand the Bhautik part. So from Puranas or from, so try to explain them in a more of a at a Bhautik level, at a physical level, like that. So slowly it will, and also provide them uh, how it. I think Madhavji might have explained it. I joined it little late. always provide them that this will unite us. So that unity is required, and you have to
Yes, he
build a
covered it.
healthy society. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, and that's enough.
Thanks to everyone. We can go to the ending prayer.
Yeah.
Hari Sarvottama,
Desh.
Vayu Jivottama.
Hari Sarvottama, Vayu Jivottama.
श्रीमन्मध्वमते हरिपरतरः सत्यं जगत् तत्त्वतो
श्रीमन्मध्वमते हरिपरतरः सत्यं जगत्तत्त्वतो
भिन्ना जीवगणा चरा चोचवाङ्गता
भिन्ना
भिन्ना
जीवगणा
जीवगणा
हरेरनुचरा नित्योच्चभावङ्गता
भावङ्गता
नैज सुखानुभूतिरमला भक्तिश्च तत्साधनम्
मुक्तेर्नैजसुखानुभूतिरमला भक्तिश्च तत्साधनम्
हेक्षादित्रतयं प्रमाणखिला आम्नायैकवेद्यो हरिः
चादित्रितयं प्रमाणखिलानायैवेद्यो
हरि सर्वोत्तम
उत्तम
वायु
वायु
जीवोत्तम
जीवोत्तम
Hari
सर्वोत्तम. So everyone, thanks to Madhwa sir. Tomorrow at 7:30, the daily Madhwa Shakha will continue. We'll end up here. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Sarve Janaha Sukhino.